we just kind of went through some potential Kawhi trade options here. The developing story today is that the Lakers and the Spurs have discussed and are discussing another Kawhi Leonard trade. They've reopened talks with the Spurs just on the eve of free agency. The report is the Lakers fear the possibility of losing out on Paul George, and they don't want to have a scenario where it's a current scenario potentially, where Paul George stays with the Thunder, they don't trade for Kawhi, they miss out on him. And of course, the whole mindset, the whole reason of this move, Harris, is to potentially secure LeBron James in addition to Kawhi. So with that in mind, let's take you through the latest LeBron James rumors. First up, could LeBron go to LA before the Lakers make their roster overhaul? We'll give this one 2 heads, Harris.
It's difficult to see at this time for LeBron to actually go to LA without anyone going with him. I mean, I know that he's going to make his own move and kind of do his own thing regardless of what anyone else wants to do, but eventually, LeBron wants a star with him in LA. I think he's going to try to force the Lakers' hand to try to get a Paul George or a Kawhi Leonard on the team with him. I mean, he has to. I mean, what's the point of LeBron going to the Lakers if he doesn't get another star?
The potential upside of LeBron choosing to wait, or not choosing to wait, just going immediately, is that he is now in a position to help recruit a Paul George or a Kawhi or somebody else, a DeMarcus Cousins, for example, to the Lakers.
Not a lot of better recruiters than LeBron James.
I mean, I get to play with the best player of this decade easily. Yeah, sign me up for LeBron James there. Oh, and it's in LA. Well, that makes quite a bit of sense to me there. So that was the initial part there of the rumor with LeBron and the Lakers, that he could just sign almost immediately with LA, and that allows him to be the recruiter, the addition of Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka, and to bring in other players into LA.
And I think that's kind of what the goal is going to end up being for the Lakers. I mean, what happens if you don't get Paul George or Kawhi Leonard this offseason, I think is another question. I mean, look, there have been a lot of jokes flying around Twitter about 2019 free agency, everyone, 2019.
Which I'll point out has always been the issue for LA, at least in recent seasons.
Klay Thompson, Karl-Anthony Towns, Kawhi Leonard, a lot of big-time free agents in 2019.
They played that game last year, though, too, Harris.
They did.
It's a dangerous game. That's why they have interest in Kawhi.
But the Lakers did that kind of on purpose as well. The goal for the Lakers has always been this year and next year. And if you're able to convince LeBron to sign with you this year and wait until next year to get the big-time free agent, that's the goal.
All right, but then the next rumor coming in, one from Sport News, this one from ESPN, is that LeBron wants others to go to LA first. He doesn't want to be the first superstar. So we'll give them both 2 heads because we got the old conflicting reports going on.
We're going to have so many conflicting reports until LeBron James actually ends up signing with someone. We don't really know. I mean, we know that LeBron is watching the Kawhi trade talks very closely. This was confirmed last night and this morning that LeBron James is in fact watching the Kawhi Leonard trades very closely. I just wonder, if you're LeBron and you're trying to make your decision, he wants to have it done before July 4th. That was reported by Cam Rogers on his show yesterday. Do you care about what happens with Paul George and Kawhi? I mean, if you're LeBron, don't you just take care of yourself and figure out the rest later?
Or is taking care of yourself in the process a way to secure yourself with a good future with other players involved? But I'll make this note. The Lakers roster without LeBron versus the Cavs roster without LeBron, isn't it better? Honestly? Or is it even just the same? Cavs without LeBron, LA without LeBron, what's the difference win-wise?
Give me the Lakers roster over the Cavs roster without LeBron. Just because... who do the Cavs have on their team that matches Brandon Ingram? And I can't believe those words just came out of my mouth. But
Kevin Love, truthers hate you right now.
You're talking to the #1 Kevin Love hater in all of NBA media.
That is true.
I think he's one of the most overrated players in the entire NBA, without a question. Don't even get me started on Kevin Love. But I think overall, give me the Lakers roster instead of the Cavs roster in terms of building without LeBron. I like what the Lakers would be able to do. Lonzo, Kuzma, Ingram, Mo Wagner, Svi Mikhailuk, Josh Hart. A lot of really good young players. Also, more important than anything, cheap young players, which the Cavs have the opposite of. Old, expensive veterans.
All right, next up then, does a Kawhi trade clinch LeBron for the Lakers? We'll give it 3 heads for now, but it's pretty close to 4, Harris.
If you're LeBron and the Lakers get Kawhi, you don't even blink.
You just go.
You just go. This is 3.5 heads if we were able to make half heads, which we don't. We don't do half a heads here. But look, if LeBron James is waiting for what the Lakers do with Kawhi and they get Kawhi, he's going to go there. And I've said this before. Kawhi with LeBron on the court at the same time, I think at least, is a better combination than LeBron and Paul George. I think Kawhi is better off the dribble. I think he has a better ability to make his own shot. Not saying that Paul George doesn't, but if you're going to ask me, Harris, who would you rather build a team around, Kawhi Leonard or Paul George? I'm taking Kawhi Leonard 10 times out of 10. I am so much higher on Kawhi Leonard than I am Paul George, and especially if you're getting to team up with LeBron James. I mean, I think a combination of LeBron and Kawhi is a great 1-2. LeBron can play all over the court. Kawhi is such a good defender. They would be fantastic together in the playoffs. If they do end up making this trade, LeBron's going to Lakers. I mean, LeBron's going to Lakers anyway, but so if this ends up happening, LeBron and Kawhi.
You and Cam are convinced LeBron is going to LA. I say there's at least a chance he decides to stay in Cleveland.
There's a small chance, but I think the only way it happens at this point is if it's some crazy, like, I got to go back to the Cavs. I love Cleveland too much. It's some crazy last-second freak decision. I just can't see him planning to go back to the Cavs when the Lakers are offering so much.
The potentiality of a Kawhi and LeBron lineup, I think we can bring that graphic up here as well, is a fascinating one to me, Harris, because of the potential, not just offensive firepower, but also defense. And I think that has been an issue in recent years for the Cavs when they've tried to go against the Golden State Warriors. They haven't been able to go up against the Warriors on defense. But you bring in Kawhi and even potentially Paul George as well, all of a sudden those two can slow down a Kevin Durant and slow down a Klay Thompson. And that's a decent enough defense team. Now, maybe your big man is a concern there, but it's not like Golden State has a high-powered big either.
I will say this. I don't think this is, if you're the Lakers, obviously.
This is your dream scenario.
This is a dream scenario. But also, if you're the Lakers, I mean, even if you don't win this year, next year, the Warriors are faced with a lot of questions about Draymond Green and the rest of the contracts on that team. So the Lakers, remember, they're not just getting LeBron James, Kawhi, and Paul George for 1 year. They're getting them for this year and next year and the year after that and even the year after that. So you're creating a mini dynasty here and waiting for that Draymond Green Supermax to hit and waiting for the Warriors to kind of crumble in, under the spectrum of cap, basically. And outside of that, I mean, look at the rest of the West. Like, let's break down the Western Conference here. I mean, you send some young players to the Spurs, so the Spurs are going to be a threat. No one's afraid of the Thunder if they lose Paul George. It's just Russell Westbrook and Steven Adams. I mean, the Rockets obviously still a threat, but you're going to have to pay Chris Paul $46 million in a couple of years. We'll get to that later. Maybe they lose Clint Capella as well. I mean, the Nuggets are a good team, but they're still really young. So the West would be completely up in the air over the next 3 years once the Warriors' contracts come back to bite them. So the Lakers are putting themselves in a good spot.
How about some non-Lakers-focused LeBron updates here? How about LeBron to the Celtics? This one kind of triggered mostly on social media, Harris. Thanks to LeBron following Jason Tatum on Instagram. This is the offseason. This is free agency. Tatum. We'll give it just
LeBron
one
the
head.
Celtics confirmed. It's going to happen.
LeBron the Celtics. Not that likely there.
Fine.
It is
Why do you ruin my fun?
Fun, though.
It is fun. Is it fun to imagine LeBron
because
and the Celtics?
Because people are going to read into every single thing LeBron does on social media for the next insert amount of time until he signs. We'll call it a week.
I would love LeBron and the Celtics.
I know you would.
Even though I'm a Celtics fan, and I don't think it'd be a great fit because Celtics fans we've been taught to hate LeBron James. But LeBron with Jason Tatum, that's a combo.
What happens to Kyrie? Do they ship him off at that point because LeBron and Kyrie do not get along
well,
right now?
I will say this. I mean, look, King James would be playing with his daddy, Jason Tatum, after he was dunked all over by a 20-year-old in the Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Cavs won the series, but LeBron became Jason Tatum's son. So we'll see what ends up happening going forward. It'd be tough to, we haven't seen many father-son combos in the NBA, but we'd have one with Jason Tatum and LeBron.
Stop pretending that Tatum is the daddy in this scenario. Tatum is the son. At most.
Yeah,
No.
Go watch the dunk. You tell me.
LeBron carried the Cavs past the Celtics there. No, absolutely not there. So that's the update there. James follows Tatum on Twitter, or on Instagram, and that's some fun there. There was also, I think, potentially more fun trade here, or fun option, LeBron and Kevin Durant as a potential team-up. We're going to give it just the one head, but there was the report from Stephen A. Smith, Harris, that LeBron has texted Durant about a potential team-up with the Lakers.
And now we need to also point out that that apparently Kevin Durant's response to this was, why? Why would I join you with the Lakers? Why wouldn't I just stay there? So Stephen A. on the back end of that said that he doesn't have an official response from Kevin Durant, but he has heard from Kevin Durant's camp that he's not going to play second fiddle to LeBron James, which is fine. We all understood that, but it's just so funny to me imagining LeBron James and Kevin Durant on the same team.
It'd be fun. Friend of the show, James Yoder, has often pushed the LeBron Durant team-up idea. They join together to beat the team that they couldn't beat on their own.
But if you're Durant, do you really want to beat the Warriors?
Save
Why
your
not
legacy.
Stay with the Warriors. I don't
Save
know.
your legacy, perhaps.
Nah, save your. There is no saving the legacy of the great cupcake.
Touche, I guess.
All right,
there.
I love Kevin Durant, but
Okay.
it's over.
I don't know how you can say you love Durant and then call him a
He is-
villain.
he's both.
Anyway,
He's
moving
both.
on, potentially the best one coming out of the LeBron rumors
Yes.
today. Space Jam 2 trailer
Yes.
coming out
Yes.
after
Yes.
LeBron decides.
Yes. Give me the Space Jam 2
Two
trailer.
heads, it's firmly in the rumor category, but people are mostly talking about it.
2 heads for likelihood, 4 heads for it being awesome. I want the Space Jam 2 trailer. We won't be able to play it for you guys here live because we will get in huge trouble if we did that live on air. But oh my goodness, I have been waiting so long for Space Jam 2. Are the Monstars coming back? Which Looney Tunes are we going to see?
Well,
are they still going to be
all
the
the
Toon
Looney
Squad?
Tunes? Of course, to the Toon Squad. You can't
Is
change
Michael
that.
Jordan going to make a cameo with LeBron?
Michael Jordan
These
plays
are
the Bill Murray
questions
role.
We need. These are the questions we need to know. Is
What-
Bill Hader in the movie playing the Bill Murray
No,
role?
it's either Bill Murray or MJ. You can't just bring in Bill Hader instead.
You can.
More
They're
importantly, what superstars do the Monstars take their talent
That's
from?
a very okay.
Dwayne Wade, Chris Paul, Carmelo Anthony. It's just the banana boat.
Super friends.
It's the banana boat.
One of them it would have to be Giannis. It would have to be Giannis because he's the crazy length. You can see a monster turning into him.
Who's the really bad player that ends up getting their power sucked from them?
Oh my God.
Kyle Singler. There we go.
Kyle
We did it. You got to have a Sean Bradley guy.
Would it be Kristaps Porzingis
Who's
in the
like
hospital?
who's like the
Just-
average guy
just
that's like Larry
feet up,
Johnson?
torn ACL. You see the Monstars just come in the night and take his basketball skills. He can't even walk anymore.
Or wait a
Poor
minute.
man.
Is Carmelo Anthony actually the current Sean
Is
Bradley?
he already a Monstar? That's the real question. Is Carmelo Anthony already from space? That's my theory.
I think you kind of got off the rails a little bit there.
It's okay.
Let
It's
us
okay.
know in the comment section who you think should be the Monstars there. I think there's rumors. I see some Durant, I see Kawhi, I see George there. That makes sense to me.
Because remember, you have to have one player from each position. So it'd have to be
No,
like
you
an
don't.
all Monster.
Positionless
that's
basketball.
how the OG Monstars
Oh,
work.
Joel Embiid.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Point guard would have to be someone. All right, Chris Paul would
Chris
have
Paul
to
is the point
Chris
guard.
Paul would definitely be the point guard.
D Wade's your 2.
Donovan Mitchell at this
It's
point.
D-Wade.
All right, fine. Dwayne Wade.
It's all
at
LeBron's
the 2.
buddies, that's the point.
Giannis at the 3. Who do we have?
Melo's at the 4.
Melo at the 4.
It's the banana boat.
And Joel Embiid at the 5.
That's a fun group right there.
That's great. That's a great acting group there. I love it. It's
a fun group.
I mean, you can't have anyone.
Oh, I
that's
got
in the
it.
Uncle
Sean
Drew
Bradley
movie.
is Timothy Mozgov. There you go. Timothy Mozgov. There you go.